This is ZonaFan. What is up, guys? This is ZonaFan, back at it with episode 3 of Ask Zona, my monthly Q&A series on the channel that is posted the first full weekend of every new month. And if you would like to be featured in the next episode, feel free to submit your questions in the comments down below. And without further ado, let's get right onto the questions. First question coming from King City asks, what Star Wars story would you like to see be made? And personally, right now, I'm very intrigued by the idea of introducing Mara Jade into the canon. I don't know what form yet. Could be comic books, could be games, could honestly be anything at this point. I would just enjoy seeing that character adapted into Star Wars canon. Very good question. Enjoyed it. And then next question from King City is, would you like to see the Mandalorian War made into a movie? If we've seen like hints at it in Clone Wars, yes, I would love to see a Mandalorian War made into a movie. I mean, who doesn't love Mandalorians? They're so cool. Next question from King City is, do you think that there will ever be a parody movie for the newer Star Wars movies, like Spaceballs was made? I have not seen Spaceballs, but I have seen some sort of parodies of the newer Star Wars movies, and some of them have already been parodied by Robot Chicken, so I think that there's still some good comedic opportunity for a parody movie to be made of the newer Star Wars films. Yeah, I think that could happen somewhere down the line. Probably not right now, not right this instant. But yeah, I definitely would get a good laugh out of that if they actually did make that. Next question from King City is, if time travel was a legit thing, like established in the films of Star Wars rather than the extended canon and whatnot, who do you think would win in a fight, Anakin or Darth Vader? Personally, I would have to say that Anakin could definitely beat Darth Vader because he hasn't been fully corrupted and taken to the dark side of the Force like he is later in his life. So personally, I think that Anakin could win in that fight. Next question comes from King City asking, do you think that a Call of Duty version of Star Wars games would be fun, like Team Deathmatch, Capture the Flag, and stuff like that? The twist, though, is you can customize every weapon with attachments and perks. I think that would be interesting, but we already kind of have some of those aspects established in Battlefront, especially the attachments for blasters in Battlefront 2, Team Deathmatch, Blast in both Battlefront games, and then Capture the Flag, which would be the cargo mode in Battlefront 2015. But yes, attachments and perks, I think if they expanded what you could attach to your weapon, like maybe an Ewok bobblehead like they're about to do with Star Wars Squadrons, I think that would be interesting, especially with some of the smooth gunplay that Call of Duty has. But Battlefront 2 also has a pretty good weapon system by itself. So yeah, I think that would be interesting if they could possibly expand upon what the Call of Duty series has already introduced to gaming. Now, I have never really played the Call of Duty games. I have watched people play them, and that's why I said that they seem to have a smooth gunplay system. Quick little disclaimer for this announcement. This does not mean that I don't like answering your guys' questions. This doesn't mean I hate my community. I would just like to keep things a little bit more organized and give everyone an equal chance. In future episodes of Ask Zona, I will be introducing the 3-question per participant limit. That is because I don't want others hogging the questions. That is all. Now back to answering your questions. We have a question coming from Major Geek asking, what are your thoughts on the future of Star Wars? And to that, I have to say I am definitely intrigued to the idea of, for the foreseeable future, at least until 2023, maybe we get some new Star Wars movie of some sort. Being that the future of Star Wars is in the television shows, this is definitely good for developing new characters properly, rather than just rushing it into 3 films, which I'm completely fine with. It just gives characters more time to develop. So yes, I am very excited for that, but I am gonna miss going to the movie theaters due to the current pandemic. Next question coming from King City asks, do you think that Disney will revoke EA's rights to Star Wars games and go with someone who actually wants to make a Star Wars game? And if Disney could somehow make a publisher produce exclusively Star Wars titles, I'm all for that. But with EA saying that they're going to double down, I honestly don't know what to think of this right now. But yeah, EA, they definitely do have a lot going on since they are a publisher, not the exclusive publisher of Star Wars games, just of video games in general. They have a lot going on, and if they could get someone, like a company dedicated to make Star Wars games, that would be interesting to see, but we don't yet know. And on that note, King City asks, who do you think, in your opinion, would do a better job at making Star Wars games? And if they could make a dedicated single-player game and then a dedicated multiplayer game and then go back and forth on that, I would have to say Respawn Entertainment could definitely do a good job, especially because they have a dedicated Star Wars gaming department. And if it seems like I'm drawing inspiration from Aussie Jedi's video on this similar topic, I am. So, sorry if you're watching this, but yes, I really liked your video, and I really liked your thoughts on this, because they were good. Next question from King City is, if you could create a Star Wars game, how'd you make it? Single player, multiplayer, or both? I would probably make my personal ultimate Star Wars gaming experience single player, but with the option to add friends. One question from the gamer is, if you could be any Star Wars hero, who would you be? I would probably choose Ezra Bridger. Another question from the gamer is, what is your favorite thing about streaming? For me personally, I enjoy interacting with my chat, whether it be responding to their questions or even simply asking them how their day is going. I love interacting with my community, even if it's just a few people. But anyways, guys, that is gonna do it for the video. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you to everyone who participated this month and submitted their questions. If you want to be in the next episode of Ask Zona, feel free to submit your questions in the comments below. Be sure to also check me out on Twitch, Discord, and Twitter. Links to my social media will be in the description, as always. And I'll see you guys in the next one. This is ZonaFan, signing off.